The sun was setting over the lush forest surrounding the picnic site as classmates laughed and played. Among them were Ethan and Liam, two inseparable best friends with a knack for mischief. They had decided to explore a nearby trail, eager to find the rumored hidden waterfall their classmates spoke about. "Are you sure this is the right way?" Ethan asked, brushing aside a low-hanging branch. "Positive," Liam replied, holding up his phone's GPS. "It's just a little further." But as they walked, the signal dropped, and the dense jungle swallowed the faint trail behind them. Realizing they had wandered too far, the boys tried to backtrack, only to find themselves disoriented. The sounds of their classmates were gone, replaced by the eerie whispers of the forest. As the evening turned into night, the boys grew desperate. The dense canopy blocked out the moonlight, leaving them in near darkness. Their flashlights cast trembling beams, making every shadow seem alive. "Do you hear that?" Ethan whispered, his breath hitching. A soft rustling sound echoed around them, followed by a faint, high-pitched laugh. "It's just the wind," Liam said, but his voice wavered. As they continued walking, a pair of glowing amber eyes appeared in the bushes. The boys froze. Slowly, the figure of a fox emerged, its fur unnaturally white, almost glowing. Instead of running, the fox tilted its head and stared at them as if studying them. "Let's go," Ethan urged, grabbing Liam's arm. But no matter how far they walked, the fox was always there watching. The forest seemed alive, shifting and twisting around them. Trails that should have led them back to the picnic looped in circles, and landmarks they passed reappeared as if mocking them. "What's happening?" Liam exclaimed, panic setting in. The fox appeared again, this time directly in their path. It let out a haunting yip that echoed unnaturally, reverberating through the jungle. Then it began to trot away, pausing occasionally to look back at them. "I think it wants us to follow," Ethan said. "Are you crazy? That thing is not normal," Liam protested. But with no other option, they reluctantly followed the fox deeper into the jungle. The boys stumbled upon a clearing dominated by a massive ancient tree. The roots twisted like skeletal hands, and hanging from its branches were small wooden totems carved into animal shapes. The fox sat at the base of the tree, its glowing eyes locked onto the boys. Slowly, its form began to shimmer and shift, growing taller. Before their horrified eyes, the fox transformed into a humanoid figure with vulpine features, a spirit of some kind. What are you?" Ethan stammered. The creature spoke, its voice a mix of growls and whispers. "You have trespassed into sacred ground. Now, you must face the trials to leave." "What trials?" Liam demanded. The spirit raised a clawed hand, and the forest came alive. Shadows moved independently, and ghostly figures emerged, their faces twisted in anguish. When they finally emerged from their trials, battered and terrified, the fox spirit was waiting. "You've proven your courage," it said, "but your journey is far from over. Why are you doing this to us?" Liam demanded, tears streaming down his face. The fox tilted its head, its glowing eyes softening. "I protect this forest from intruders. Those who enter must understand its pain." The spirit began to walk again, and the boys had no choice but to follow. The fox led them to an abandoned village deep in the jungle. The huts were overgrown with vines, and the air was heavy with sorrow. "This was my home," the fox spirit said. The boys exchanged nervous glances. "What happened here?" Ethan asked. The spirit gestured to a crumbling shrine in the center of the village. "Long ago, I was human. a young girl named Amara. My village thrived in harmony with the forest until outsiders came. They sought to exploit its resources, cutting down sacred trees and polluting the rivers. Amara's voice grew bitter. When I tried to stop them, they accused me of witchcraft. They bound me to this tree and set it aflame. As I burned, I prayed for the forest to protect itself. My spirit merged with the fox, and I became its guardian. Tears welled up in Ethan's eyes. That's horrible. But why punish us? We didn't do anything to your forest. The fox spirit studied them. The forest's pain lingers. You are different. You've shown fear, but also respect. Perhaps there is hope for your kind. The boys fell silent, overwhelmed by the weight of the spirit's story. The fox spirit led them to the edge of the forest, where the first rays of dawn pierced through the trees. You may leave, it said, but remember this place. Tell others to respect what they do not understand. The boys nodded, too shaken to speak. As they stepped into the sunlight, they turned back to see the spirit watching them, its form dissolving into mist. Back at school, Ethan and Liam tried to tell their classmates about the forest, but no one believed them. Still, they knew the truth. And every time they saw a fox darting through the woods, they felt a pang of both fear and gratitude for the spirit that had spared their lives.